Hey everyone, welcome back to the HR Unscripted, where we don't sugarcoat the workplace. Today we are asking a very real, slightly uncomfortable question. Are we too nice to be real? So we say we have a warm, flexible, people-first culture at Minimum, and I truly believe we do. Because we offer freedom, support, even dancing is respects too right now. So but here's what I keep wondering. Does being nice ever get in the way of being honest? Or are we unintentionally building a culture where people hesitate to give feedback, challenge each other, or say what they really feel? So, to explore this, I have with me Pranjali. Hello, Pranjali. Welcome back to my podcast again.
Hello.
Okay, so to all of the viewers, she's our Gen Z voice, full of spark and clarity. So, welcome, Pranjali, again to my podcast. So, I'm going to ask you very simple question, but that has to be very real, and you have to share that what exactly you feel, right? Okay, so tell me, Pranjali, I have heard this word toxic positivity over all of the LinkedIn, right? That how do we make things toxic, but in a positive way. So that is one of the like conversation always go on the LinkedIn that company do create a culture that's called a toxic positivity. So tell me, what do you mean by that? That when you hear this term toxic positivity, what comes to your mind?
Sometimes I really think that the environment of office is really toxic, but that toxicity comes in a positive manner.
Okay.
Like recently, we have to decide our work goals. So this this comes with a toxic positivity for me. Like I have to think a lot for the setting my goals, and at one moment I realized that uh, क्या है यार ये क्यों देते हैं करने के लिए.
Okay. So
So
for
this
you,
is toxic positivity.
so for you is that even you are giving me the freedom to do that what I want to do, but still you are asking me that no, you have to do this, right? So for you, that means the toxic positivity. Okay. Oh, that's wonderful to start a conversation. Even we are going to unpack today a lot of things with you. Okay, now let's move to the another one. Okay, so tell me that, Pranjali, that have you ever experienced a moment where everything looked positive on the surface, but something underneath felt really fake or unspoken? Let's like any moment, not specifically with Nirogam, maybe with the other company too. You might have these scenarios where you have experienced it.
I experienced in my previous office that they are giving me lot of work that comes with the positivity of learning to new things, but the toxicity is like the burden of work, the limited time, and I have to do lot of things at just within 15 days. So this is the and that moment I realized this is so toxic.
Like giving not even respecting your time too, right? So definitely overwork is also kind of in a toxic environment where you are getting only over, they are overloading you with the tasks even without asking that how Pranjali is feeling. Do If she has some a lot of work or not on his plate, maybe we could have a discussion around it, right? Cool. Okay. So tell me that. Do you think people at Nirogam, maybe not specifically Nirogam or maybe in general, avoid conversation because they want to keep the vibe good?
Sometimes they avoid conversations just to uh, avoid the negativity of that conversation. If I tell someone that I don't want to do this thing, or if I put my views on that,
Mm-hmm.
so sometimes it may create a conflict between the team.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why we are avoid the conversations on that.
Any conversation that you were the part of?
Uh, yes, I am the part of that conversation where we are just want to avoid that meeting.
So basically, that to give the context to my audience, that what Pranjali might we want to share, that sometimes we do indulge in those conversation, right? But to make the good vibe surroundings, right? We don't really have a difficult conversation. Recently, we had that one, right? We do have one episode with our employee that she shared it with me, but she doesn't want to exploit the mood that company is having, the good vibe and all. But at the end, everybody got to know, and I think there are a lot of learnings that we had from those sessions, that how to proceed further, right? So definitely that we do keep things to make the good vibe in the company, and right. So that's happened exactly. That's how that company works too sometimes, right? Okay, so tell me that, do you think that being too nice in a meetings or chats ever gets in the way of truth telling?
If I am too nice, uh, but I am feeling inside that it's not. I'm not agree with that. But I am pretending like yes, I am agree. So this is creating the conflict in future.
So basically, creating a conflict in your mind too, right? I don't agree with it, but to be nice, but to be on the same, with the same vibe with the person, I'm saying that yes, I agree, right?
Yes, I just want to maybe I'm respecting to them, or
Right.
maybe I'm just not to create a conflict, or maybe not to create a issue. So that's why I am agreeing on that point.
Hmm. I
So
think sometimes a respect to the position. Sometimes you don't want to spoil the relationship, right?
sometimes maybe I am hesitate to
Hmm.
raise my point.
Right. And that's happened. That's truly happened. Like recently, if you see that people don't want to have an open conversation too, because they are very hesitant about, right? That, oh, what if I speak up? What will happen? What will the other person might have a any other perception about me? And let's say that I am right now the being a good, very nice Pranjali, and what after the call, he or she might understand that no, Pranjali also like go against me, right, in a meeting. So that's all about you are creating the toxic positivity around you also. So, but I think that now, Pranjali, just on your view on it, that when we are doing these things now, I think one thing that we are missing out on is that we are not being honest with our relationship, right? And I think with the let's say that what are the core values that you have, because everybody has their own core values, right? And when we just do the things for being on the sake of being nice, I think you say that that doesn't work for too long, right? I think, and when you are not honest with it, sometimes or someday you will burst out, right? And you will feel like, it's better that now I can voice it out now, or like that. So it's so that is being too nice is a one of the toxic positivity we are creating around ourselves sometimes. So I think in every meeting or in every call that you are having with your colleague, I think one thing that, to my viewers, that one thing we should always have, that when you are going for that conversation, you should be very honest with your feelings. Instead of being too nice, at least say that in a very polite way. There were a lot of there were a lot of ways that you can communicate your voice, right? Without being harsh, without being rude. It's say that open in your friendly manner, and then the things will go up, right? Okay. So have you ever felt like that someone needed a direct feedback, but no one gave it? Maybe even you, sometimes you given, like, or maybe you can share that I always ask you for the feedback. So let's say that you're not giving your direct feedback sometimes. So how it is?
Maybe sometimes I'm not giving the direct feedback just because uh, I am I'm sounds rude,
Hmm.
or maybe she or he felt bad.
Right.
So I am even hesitate for giving the direct feedback.
So how do you do? Let's say that somebody asks you for the feedback. So How do you do?
Actually, my surroundings told me that you are very straightforward,
Mhm.
and sometimes being straightforward is not good.
But I think if you are a straightforward, it's okay. I feel that. Like, let's say, Pranjali, if you can definitely that. So there are two ways to taking a feedback, right? One side is that I will take a feedback as in a positive way. No, if Pranjali didn't like it, I think I should improve upon it. Another way I can take it as that, like, oh, how come she's saying to me is that way? How dare she can share that to me, right? So there is always a positive and negative around it. But when you are being too nice and when you are when you think that ki, okay, if I have to say nice things to it, so that's not a feedback. What I think the one thing that you are doing is that you are just like don't want to spoil your relationship. I think that's the thing. Anyway, you can share with my viewers that any incident that happened that you were very blunt and the direct with the feedback, and that's hampered your relationship.
Yes, I said one of my colleagues that you are so. Once I said my colleague, you are talking uh, too much in low voice. You have to speak in some loud voice. So at that time, he said to me, "You are very rude." तू प्यार से भी तो कह सकती थी इस बात को.
Right. So I think you were being straightforward. So you know what, Pranjali, what happens is that so we do have a generation, right? You are a Gen Z, right? And there are a lot of millennials that who are working, right? So we do have that gap. So Gen Z prefer more of honest conversation. They can say anything bluntly on your face, right? And there are some group of people that who just want to be very nice with you. Okay, I'll not say any bad word to you or being very like a straightforward. I don't want to, but they will do the bitching, right, to the other colleagues. So it's okay that that is a common feedback that your voice is too low, right? And the person has perceived in a different way. So I think yes, that's the one thing that Gen Z do, right? So on the Gen Z thing, I do have. I'm just getting one question: is that do you think that young professionals, especially your generation, Gen Zs, expect radical honesty, right? Like they want to be very honest with their thoughts, right? More than the generation, do you think? Or maybe Gen Zs are also doing, no, I don't, I want to be good, I want to have a nice relationship with the person.